Have you ever texted someone and they replied in seconds? Like they were literally waiting for your message. You send something and boom, 3 dots appear immediately. While most people take hours or even days to respond, these people reply so fast you wonder if they're glued to their phone. Some people think it's sweet. Others think it's intense. But psychology says people who reply instantly aren't just eager or bored. They're revealing something deep about their attachment style, anxiety levels, and how they view relationships. Let's break down the real psychology behind people who reply instantly. 1. They have anxious attachment and fear being forgotten. For many people who reply instantly, there's an underlying fear driving their behavior. They're terrified that if they don't respond immediately, you'll lose interest, forget about them, or move on to someone else. Psychologists call this anxious attachment, rooted in childhood experiences of inconsistent love and attention. Research shows that anxiously attached people constantly seek reassurance that they matter. Every message is an opportunity to prove they're present, available, and worthy of your time. Delays feel like rejection, so they respond instantly, not because they're obsessed with you, but because they're obsessed with not being abandoned. Their quick replies are saying, "I'm here, don't forget me, I'm prioritizing you, please do the same." It's not intensity, it's insecurity disguised as enthusiasm. 2. They're people pleasers who can't say no. Some people reply instantly because they feel obligated. They can't stand the thought of someone waiting on them or thinking they're rude. Psychologists call this people-pleasing or approval-seeking behavior. They're hyper-aware of other people's needs and anxious about disappointing anyone. Research shows that people-pleasers often sacrifice their own time, boundaries, and priorities to keep others happy. So even if they're busy, stressed, or tired, they'll drop everything to respond. Because making you wait feels like letting you down. Their instant replies aren't about interest. They're about compulsion. They genuinely can't relax knowing there's an unanswered message sitting there. It creates anxiety until they respond, and that anxiety won't let them rest until every notification is cleared. 3. They crave connection and validation constantly. Let's be honest. Some people reply instantly because they need the interaction. They're lonely, bored, or seeking validation through conversation. Psychologists explain that frequent communication triggers dopamine releases in the brain, creating a reward loop. Research shows that people who rely on external validation often use messaging as a way to feel seen, wanted, and valuable. Every reply they send is a bid for connection. And every response they receive confirms they exist in someone's world. For people who struggle with loneliness or low self-worth, instant replies aren't just polite. They're survival. Communication becomes their lifeline, and responding quickly ensures the conversation continues, keeping that validation flowing. It's not desperation. It's a deep need to feel connected to something or someone. 4. They're overthinkers who can't leave things unread. Some people reply instantly because leaving a message unread or unanswered creates mental chaos. Psychologists call this cognitive anxiety or compulsive need for closure. They see a notification and their brain won't let it go until it's addressed. Research shows that people with anxiety disorders or OCD tendencies often feel compelled to respond immediately because unfinished tasks create overwhelming discomfort. It's not that they care more than others. It's that their brain treats every message like an urgent task that must be completed. The notification sits in their mind like an itch they can't ignore. So they reply instantly, not out of enthusiasm, but out of a desperate need to clear their mental space. For them, an unanswered message is a source of stress, not a casual communication. 5. They have nothing else demanding their attention. Here's a simple truth. Some people reply instantly because they genuinely have the time. They're not overwhelmed with work, social plans, or responsibilities. Their phone is always nearby, and responding doesn't disrupt anything important. Psychologists say this isn't about attachment or anxiety. It's about availability and lifestyle. Research shows that people with flexible schedules or lower stress levels are more likely to engage in immediate communication. They're not obsessed, they're just present. While others are juggling meetings, tasks, and obligations, these people have the mental and physical space to respond right away. It's not deeper than that. They saw your message. They had a moment. They replied. No hidden meaning, just availability. 6. They're highly empathetic and consider your feelings. Some people reply instantly because they know how it feels to be left waiting. They remember the anxiety of sending a message and watching hours pass with no response. Psychologists call this empathetic reciprocity or emotional consideration. They don't want you to experience the uncertainty, overthinking, or hurt that comes with being ignored. Research shows that highly empathetic people often prioritize others' emotional experiences, sometimes at their own expense. So they reply quickly, not because they need to, but because they don't want you to feel forgotten or unimportant. Their instant replies are acts of kindness. They're saying, I see you, I hear you, you matter. And in a world where people are constantly left on read, that kind of responsiveness is actually beautiful. 7. They're trying to control the pace of the relationship. This one's more strategic. Some people reply instantly because they want to keep momentum going. They're interested in you romantically, professionally, or socially, and they know that quick responses keep conversations alive. Psychologists call this impression management or strategic engagement. They understand that delayed responses can kill chemistry or make them seem disinterested. Research shows that in early stages of relationships, response time significantly impacts perceived interest and connection. So they reply fast to signal availability, enthusiasm, and investment. It's not manipulation. It's intentionality. They're not desperate. They're deliberate. They know what they want, and they're using communication speed as a tool to build and maintain connection. And honestly, in a dating culture full of games and ghosting, their directness is refreshing. 8. They're addicted to their phone and always online. Let's not overcomplicate this. Some people reply instantly because they're literally always on their phone, scrolling, checking apps, refreshing feeds. They're not waiting for you specifically. They're just always online. Psychologists call this digital dependency or compulsive phone use. Research shows that the average person checks their phone 96 times a day. For people with phone addiction, that number is even higher. They see your message immediately because their phone is an extension of their hand. It's not about you. It's about their relationship with technology. They reply fast to everyone because they're constantly connected. It doesn't mean you're special. It just means you happen to message someone whose entire life revolves around their screen. And in today's world, that's more common than we'd like to admit. So what does it mean when someone replies instantly? It depends. It could be anxiety, it could be kindness, it could be availability, it could be strategy, or it could just be habit. The key is looking at the context. Do they reply instantly to everyone or just you? Are they consistent or sporadic? Do their messages feel thoughtful or rushed? Because speed doesn't always equal interest, and delay doesn't always equal disinterest. Communication is more complex than that. So instead of judging people based on how fast they reply, maybe we should appreciate the ones who show up, however they choose to do it. And if you're the person who replies instantly, don't feel bad about it. Your availability, your empathy, your enthusiasm, those are gifts. Just make sure you're not sacrificing your peace to keep others comfortable. If you want to understand the psychology behind modern communication patterns, subscribe now. Because on this channel, we're decoding the hidden meanings behind everyday behaviors.